All right, now let's see if you guys can hear me now. Up, down, side, side. Can everyone hear me now? So I will assume that everyone can hear me. So go ahead and share the live so you guys can enter in to win the Cash App giveaway. So thank you. It's better. That means you guys can hear me. So again, let's do this again then. Well, thank you guys for tuning into the very first episode of Micah-Jamal Live. Listen, Facebook banned us, YouTube blocked us, took us down, and all that crazy stuff, but we're back now. So, what I need you to do is go ahead, hit the share button, also hit the like button, drop your Cash App in the chat below. So, between today and tomorrow, when we come out back with All for One, we're giving away up to $500 in Cash App giveaways. We have a couple of partners that have blessed us to be a blessing to you guys because Christmas is coming up. We have a few things to talk about today. We're going to talk about the unemployment situation in America. We're going to talk about the IRS wanting the banks to give them the information about you if you have more than $600 in the bank. I'm going to explain to you what's going on. I'll let you hear from the Treasury Secretary, and it's been all right, you'll just hear from her, then I will tell you guys what's going on. All right. And we also going to talk about Let's Go Brandon. It's something that's trending on Twitter, and we're going to discuss. I'm going to tell you where it come from and what the people are really saying. So before we get started, go ahead, like the video, share the live so you can enter in the Cash App giveaways. Also, tomorrow, the exact same thing. Awful One is coming out at 9 p.m. You can check us all out on YouTube at I am Micah-Jamal, Instagram at All for One, or Facebook at All for One. If you share that live as well, we're giving away money tomorrow too. Christmas coming up, and it's the most wonderful time of the year. So let's dive right in. So much has gone on since I last talked to you guys. I mean, Biden have killed 7 people over in Afghanistan. We have ended a war over in Afghanistan, and now we're going to be doing the war, they said, from over the horizon. So a lot of people have been asking me what's my opinion over horizon warfare. The issue is this: we were trusting the people on the ground when we bombed the 7 children and then the Americans that the American aid that we killed in the bomb strike. Over Horizon just doesn't work. But America is not stupid, okay? So a lot of people want to say, oh, it's Biden, he's dumb, blah, blah, blah. Biden, you can call him dumb, but the intelligent community, yeah, they are very political, but they're not stupid. So trust and believe, we have people on the ground in Afghanistan that is talking to us and actually giving us intel on exactly what's going on. So rest and assured, yes, it's going to be another attack. When, where, how bad, I don't know. But I mean, politicians make money doing war. The banks make money doing war. It's just a thing. We are pawns in this whole scheme of thing. So you guys relax. It's gonna be okay. If anybody come for war for America, we will drag them. We will kill them. We will nuke them. It is fine. Even if Joe Biden is in office, once you get into war, he really doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, he's the commander in chief, but it's going to be the generals, and they're not going to let no one come and defeat America. So you guys can rest assured that we are going to be okay. Now, the issue I have right now, we just received a job market number. So how the show is set up, we're going to be actually coming live before the job market number come out. So at the beginning of each month, I would do another video about the job market by itself. So this is where we stand now. The job market, unemployment fell 0.4% last month. What people do not understand when they looking at the unemployment and then looking at the job market, if you decide that I no longer want to look for a job, you're not considered unemployed when it comes to the federal government. You don't have a job. You don't have a car. You don't have a house. You don't have two nickels to rub together, as the old folks say. But when you say, I don't want to look for a job anymore, you are then taken from the unemployment pile and thrown away. You're no longer considered unemployment. So therefore, the unemployment number is going to drop. Why? Because 180,000 people last month decided not to look for a job. It is time and time again. The Biden administration is coming out trying to save face because the job market and the job adding numbers that they thought was going to happen is not happening. A lot of people, especially Republicans, they used to say, hey, when we stop giving people $300, they're going to go to work. Hey, when unemployment stops, they're going to go to work. People are not going to work. They are tired of living under somebody else's thumb. Now, being that I know the game, I'm not going to disclose everything, but listen, people, what they're doing now is going to work through third-party contract companies. Therefore, they can keep their unemployment and they can also make money that they do not report to the government. Is that illegal? Yes, it's very illegal. If they get caught or when they get caught, they're going to have a lot to pay. It's going to be jail time because white-collar crime comes with jail time. It's a federal offense. But that is what people are doing. So you have to take that in consideration when you're looking at these markets and looking at unemployment. I'm not the one to come to bat for Joe Biden because everyone knows I do not like the guy, but you have to be fair and you have to be balanced. So you have to look at a lot of people are not going to get back into the market until they crack down on stuff like that. So they are taking, they become independent contractors so they can go make their money, not report it to the government, and also get unemployment. Okay? So that's why people are stopped looking for jobs because it's a lot easier to do than go and work a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday or Saturday through Thursday under someone else. So that is the thing about the market. Stimulus checks. A lot of you guys been asking about stimulus check. Listen, they have the votes if they want to give you a stimulus check to give you a stimulus check, but no one wants to give you another stimulus check. It's been petition after petition that's coming and they're saying, hey, we want a stimulus, but they're not going to give you guys another stimulus check. The only way I see them giving you another stimulus check if something really bad happened, worse than the Afghanistan situation, and Joe Biden have to save face. Then they're going to pivot to stimulus check because everyone likes free money. You saw Donald Trump did it the last couple of months of his presidency. He pushed for stimulus check because people like free money. Free money brings people out to vote. Call it what you want it. Buying votes with the money from the federal government, but it's money that you have already paid in. So that is the update about stimulus check. You still have one or two representatives and 3 or 4 Senate trying to push for stimulus check, especially the ones who are in tough races. But it's not looking like the stimulus check is going to pass. But here go this.
It's time for another. I know you fucking like.
So this is one of the clips of the week that we played last season. I thought it was very funny, so I want to play it again. Take a look at Grandma. She loved her baby, but she loved that wine a little more. Look at it. That will never get old to me. Okay? To me, that would never get old. The baby was falling, but she's like, you may fall, but you can get back up again. But if this champagne wine, whatever she had in that glass, she said, if that fall, I can get that back. So, baby, yo, you okay down there? You okay? And the thing is, like, it felt in slow motion, and all of a sudden the baby said, "Roop." Anybody raised in the Pentecostal church, listen, that was very funny to me because I went back to my church days when people thinking somebody behind them, they faking and they going and fall and break their necks. But hey, Hey, but listen, but my drink came. Baby, you falling. Are you down? You down? Man down. Are you okay? But that drink can't fall, baby. That drink can't fall. But getting back on to the next topic, and only have two more things to talk about that's very important. And this is going to be the one thing that I want to go ahead and hit on. This is about the IRS. Okay. Yes, that was wrong. That was wrong, but it was funny to me. It was wrong, but it was funny to me. So if you guys have heard, the IRS is, actually, the White House has placed something in a bill that they are trying to push through the House and the Senate. And in this bill that no one was supposed to have read, and it was supposed to just pass in the middle of the night, because that's how politicians, no matter they're Democrat or Republican, that's how they like to operate, because people don't have to read. So, excuse me, we saw this under Obama administration. They said pass it and then read it. We saw this under Trump administration. He tried to pass stuff and people couldn't be able to read it. So here we go, Biden administration trying to pass the $3.5 trillion. Some people are saying it's like 5.7, but listen, I don't give a dang, because whatever. So in this is a little clause, and I think it's like a couple of $1 billion towards the IRS to hire more people to monitor checking accounts over $600. That is the line that was put out in the atmosphere, and that is the line that the Secretary of Treasury said, no, that's not true, that's not true. So basically what people are saying, that it is the IRS want to come, if you got $600 or more in checking account, let's see what's going on. Now, I'm going to let you hear what these Treasury Secretary said, and then I'm going to try to make sense of what she is trying to say, because she's talking out of both sides of her boom boom in this video. So let's hear what she has to say, and then I will try to explain to you what the government wants to do, okay?
Banks to report transactions of $600 or more. That's what the IRS wants. Does this mean that the government is trying to peek into our pocketbooks if you want to look at $600 transactions?
Absolutely not. I think this proposal has been seriously mischaracterized. The proposal involves no reporting of individual transactions of any individual.
So she said it doesn't involve no reporting of any individual transaction of any individual, okay? A lot of words there, please, okay? It will consist of no reporting of individual transaction of any individual. So I'm like, okay, Madam Secretary, so what will this consist of? If it's not going to report individual transaction, what will it report?
All that's involved in this proposal is a few aggregate numbers about bank accounts, the amount that was received in the course of a year, the amount that went out in the course of the year.
So it's not going to report individual transaction. This is why you have to listen to what these people are saying, because they try to manipulate us with words, okay? Nikki said, only checking, not saving account too. No, your banking accounts, okay? That is the verbiage they try to get in there, banking accounts. So you have to be cognizant and listen to the words that these people are saying, because once a politician start talking in full sentences with compound sentences and articles and prepositions and all of that, they're lying. Most of them, once they open their mouth, they're lying. But in this particular incident, in this particular example, you have Madam Secretary saying that there will not be reporting about individual transaction for an individual. But then she turns around and say they will report to us what comes in and what goes out. That's not my words. That's what she said. Listen to her again.
All that's involved in this proposal is a few aggregate numbers about bank accounts, the amount that was received in the course of a year, the amount that went out in the course of the year.
Okay? The amount that comes in and the amount goes out in the course of a year. So basically what they're doing is they're going to flag accounts that's having more outgoing than incoming. If you keep listening to that interview, basically what they want to do, if you have more than $600 in your bank account, or you made a transaction larger than $600 within the year, the IRS at the end of the year when taxes are due, they're going to get a report. And they're going to look at that report. And the report say you have 10,000 coming in, but you had 20,000 going out. They're going to red flag you, and it's going to prompt them to come and audit you. Why? Because you having more money going out than you come in, which to me, I think is dumb. I think if you report that you made $500,000, but you got in $300,000, that's what you need to flag. So listen to what they're trying to do, guys. In that interview, she said, well, this is going to allow us to take the upper echelons, and we're going to, the people who OPEC earning, and we're going to be able to do that because the rich is not paying their fair share. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Why? Because it's not the rich people that have more income coming in than they have going out. It is the average everyday American, the middle class. We're the ones that will take in X amount of money, but push out X amount of money. Why? Because we have savings. So the car breakdown, now we're pushing out more money. We're eating away at our savings because we have an emergencies. We are the one that's going to go out and 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 keep going out. Why? Because we don't have a trust fund on the side that we can touch. We don't have a credit card from the company that we launder money through. We don't have these things. So they keep on to tell you guys that this is an attack on the rich, but it's not. Because if they want, go back and look at it. Everything that the IRS do, most of the things that the IRS have to report on is public. Go back to look at it. You can see the numbers of people that are making over $250,000. See how many people are audited that makes over $250,000, and then see how many people that is audited that makes under $75,000. Why? Because it's easier to audit Sam at McDonald's than it is Sam that runs the airport, or Sam, the chairman of Coca-Cola, or whatever Sam want to do. So that is why they are using words after words after words to try to justify the $600 thing. Because they once said that this is coming out of the bill, but now we know because Nancy Pelosi came out and said that this is still going to be in the bill. So I'll keep an eye on that, and I will let you guys know what's going on. 2 more topics, and then we're done, okay? Now, FYI, this season, I'm going to try to keep stuff under 30 minutes. We'll see how that goes, but we'll see. So go ahead. Also, so far, it is 123 people in the drawing, because that's how many people that we had subscribe and share. So, hey. Yes, Sam, I am. And I wasn't even thinking about that, but that's good. Sam, I am. So, I was going to talk about Kamala, but I'm not going to really touch on our first female vice president. Only thing I'm going to say, well, I'm going to read what happened, and then y'all can talk about whatever. So Kamala Harris, her poll numbers were higher than Biden until she pulled the stunt about the video. The video, everybody was like, oh my gosh, it's so fake. Then we come to find out that the kids in the video is from Canada. There was Canadian kids. You couldn't even get American kids come and shoot your video, okay? You're the first female vice president of the United States of America, and then you go to Canada to film something for NASA. You couldn't even use the kids from America, okay? Whatever. And then it comes out that these kids were actors. They were paid actors. And then the vice president office came out and said, well, we didn't pay these kids. Yeah, they did not pay these kids. Who paid the kids was the company that hired them, and the company that hired them, funny, because their name is Sinking Ship Entertainment. And to me, that sounds like what's going on with the Biden administration. It's just sinking. Speaking of Biden sinking, the part of the show that I've been waiting all night for. Let's go, Brandon. So, if you will, we're going to take a 20-second break. Go ahead, share the live. Share the live. Last time to share the live before we give out some winners tonight. Go ahead and share the live, and we'll be back in 20 seconds. All right, guys. So listen to this reporter, and then we will talk. Okay, this is Let's Go, Brandon. So listen to this this reporter, and then we'll talk.
Brandon, you also told me, as you can hear the chants from the crowd, let's go, Brandon. Brandon.
Listen to her one more time. Now listen to the crowd, but listen to the reporter. Let's go, Brandon.
Brandon, you also told me, as you can hear the chants from the crowd, let's go, Brandon. Brandon.
So obviously, the crowd is not saying let's go, Brandon. Okay, they're clearly saying you Biden. You Biden. So it's a new wave that's just going across the country like a wildfire. We thought that the country did not like Donald Trump. Okay? Trump was crying because every day he had a bad news report, and every day someone was attacking him. So he was crying about it, crying about it, and crying about it. But Trump, please dry your eyes, because the country hates someone more than they hate you. And clearly it is Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Joe Biden.
He just reflects the military. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden.
Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
So, all throughout the country, everywhere, they're doing the chant now and saying Joe Biden. Or they're saying, you Biden. Everybody. Every game you go to in New York, and it's all stemmed from this vaccine. One of the reasons is vaccine mandate that he tried to push it down America's throat. Now, I understand, because I too have been a victim of people that you have worked for the last 15 months for people. You have given your all for them, and it was okay for you to work unvaccinated for 15 to 16 months of the height of the pandemic. But now that people are getting vaccinated, they want to fire you because you refuse to get the vaccine. Now, I am not an anti-vaxxer, by no means, no how. But why am I, who is fully vaccinated, going to come and say, oh, I cannot be around Joe because Joe, well, let me not use that. I can't be around Jill because, Jill Biden's his wife. I cannot be around Sam because Sam is unvaccinated. If we're going to follow the science, that doesn't make sense. So you have this whole movement that is sweeping the country called Joe Biden, because he is putting down mandates that is stupid. 14,000 nurses in New York was fired because they refused to get the vaccine. Then they had to ship National Guard in. They had to call other states to get personnel because people are still dying and still in the hospital with COVID in New York City. Same thing is going on with California. Right now, I think New York is in a battle in the courts because they're trying to force their teachers to get vaccinated. Again, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm just telling you guys what it is. My personal opinion, it is your choice. If I'm fully vaccinated, why I'm afraid because you're not vaccinated? If you're fully vaccinated, why are you afraid that I'm not vaccinated? It just doesn't make sense. So that is what's going on throughout the country. We'll see how long that lasts. But some way, Joe Biden has to change the narrative because he's losing the independents. And those are the ones that's going to dictate who's going to be in the White House in 2024 and who's going to be in Congress in 2022. So the Biden administration, and I can't believe I'm giving them advice, but the Biden administration has to go out, change the subject, and stop being woe is us versus them, rather than let's come together and let's talk about it. Because at first they were saying, oh, it's just white Trump voters. But then the numbers come out that a lot of black people in the inner city do not trust the government, so they're not getting vaccinated. So we have to go and we have to educate the people why you need a vaccine, not dog them out because they don't have the vaccine. That's my suggestion to the Biden administration. I don't give a care. I don't give a dang if you get the vaccine or not. Why? Because it doesn't matter to me. Okay? Doesn't matter to me. If you choose you need it, you should get it. If you don't think you should have it, then don't get it. I mean, at the end of the day, it is your personal choice. But if you're fully vaccinated, do not allow this administration to tell you that you need to cut off friends and family members because they're not vaccinated. If you fully vaccinated and the vaccine works, then you should be just fine. But the vaccine, if they do not work, now we have a problem. So you're saying that the vaccines are not working? And if that's the case, now we have another issue that we need to talk about, okay? So let's go ahead. So thank you guys for watching. Let's go and let's see. So we're going to call out 3 names tonight, and I think 3 tomorrow. And they should be like $75 or something like that. So, and then we'll go and we're going to post the name of the winners on our Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook stories Thursday after the show. And once you see your name, you have 24 hours to send us, to contact us with your Cash App so you guys can get your prizes, just like last season. We'll put the name out there, 24 hours. Contact us. We'll Cash App you. For the ones who don't use Cash App, get your Cash App by Friday. Only thing I can say. Okay? So I heard some died from the shots. My thing is this, okay? Everybody is going to react to the shots differently. I know people who got the shot and they did not get sick. I also know quite a few people who got the shot and ended up with COVID in the hospital. And I'm not laughing because they ended up with COVID. It's just the irony of it, okay? Because they was just fine. And they finally got the shots and they ended up with COVID. And 2 of them was in ICU. But they all out healthy now. But that was just funny. So everybody body react different towards the shot. You just need to talk to your doctor, talk to your God, talk to your Allah, whoever you want to, talk to your person, and determine if you want the vaccine, if the vaccine is good enough for you. Again, I'm not shunning anybody who's fully vaccinated or who are not vaccinated, because to me, it doesn't matter. It's none of my business, and I don't care. Frankly, I don't care. I'm going to party with you, or I'm not going to because I like you, or I'm not going to party with you because I don't like you. It's not because you're not vaccinated. But again, go ahead, Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. I am Micah-Jamal. Follow us on Instagram at I am Micah-Jamal. Like us and on Facebook at Micah-Jamal Level. And you can also follow us on Twitter at I am Micah-Jamal. Just so, oh my gosh, I was so smart. I was so smart to think of that. That is so simple. Oh my God. So any of those platforms, you guys can follow us. And please, tomorrow the show starts at 9. So by 11 p.m., we will post the winners. Go ahead, look on there. If you won, you have 24 hours. It's going to be on our stories, not on our pages. So you have to look at my story, Lamar's story, Wayne's story, Christian's story, or all for one page, or at I am Micah-Jamal on Instagram. Every platform you follow us on, we're going to post on the story the winners, and you guys have 24 hours to give us your cash up, and we'll send that right out to you, just like we did last year. A few of you guys from last year still watch us now that won, because there's no limit of how many times you can win. If your name is wrong, that's your ticket. All right. So love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you like support the cause, you can support us via Venmo at I am Micah-Jamal, or Cash App at I am Micah-Jamal. PayPal / I am Micah-Jamal. All right, guys. Love you guys, and I hope you guys be safe. And let's watch this video one more time while we go out, because it was funny to me.